You may know about what's going on. He was abducted last night in front of the Big Five. Now there are stories going around that some of you have fabricated, and I'm just on here just to tell you guys what transpired. So my sister-in-law and my brother, they were at my older nephew's football practice, and he needed a new mouth guard. So instead of taking everybody, my sister-in-law opted to go, and she only took the baby, which is Emmanuel. And when she got there, she realized the baby had went to the bathroom in his diaper. So as any mom would, which is crazy because a lot of you women are judging her for even changing a baby's diaper in the car, which is mind-boggling, because if there's no bathroom, you're going to do what you have to do to take care of your child one way or another. She's a great mother. So everything you guys are saying about her, first of all, you don't know her, and show some compassion. Like she just had her son taken from her. And also back to what I was saying, so she realized that he had went to the bathroom on himself. Of course, he's a baby, and she laid him down in the back. Her back was turned. She was about to change him. She was getting everything prepared, and she felt like a tap on her shoulder. She turned around, and all she heard was "Hola." And before she could even see this person, acknowledge this person, whatever the case may be, he socked her in the face, and she ended up blacking out. He knocked her out, and she fell to the floor. And next thing you know, as she came to, she woke up. She was looking around for the baby. The baby was gone. She started panicking, screaming, crying. She called the police. She ran into Big Five to see if they had cameras outside or if anybody had witnessed anything, and nobody apparently didn't see anything. And then there's no cameras outside. We're so baffled, because how are there no cameras outside? Like, in cases like this, like, what are people supposed to do? So after that, my brother told me that he had realized that his wife wasn't back, because by that time it was already 8 o'clock and she had left around 7. And he said that he ended up calling her, and she picked up the phone and she was hysterical, and he couldn't even understand her. So the police had took the phone from her and told my brother what had transpired. And he had his ex-wife there, because they had a son together, and his ex-wife and her boyfriend ended up driving my brother to Big Five. And ever since then, we've been looking for Emmanuel.
That is Emmanuelharo's aunt, the sister to Jake Haro. And that is her account of what happened. She wasn't there, but her account is totally different than what the mom's account is, Rebecca's account. I think it's really crazy how much it differs, because she says that the mom's back was turned to the guy. She heard "Hola," and then she turned around and she got socked in her face, and then she blacked out. So the mom, when she first started saying, what was happening and all, she just said that she heard "Hola," and then she blacked out. But that would not explain why she has that black eye. But that black eye doesn't look fresh to me. And then she's saying that, because Rebecca changed the baby pamper and people are getting on her about that. Well, my whole thing is, I don't think anybody is getting on her about changing the baby diaper. Nobody cared that you was changing the baby diaper. But most women who are by themselves in a dark area, because that's what the mom said. Rebecca said that there was no cameras and it's dark over there where she was. Now, this is supposed to be around between 7 and 8. It's not super dark, but why would you mention that there's no cameras over there and that it's dark? And most moms would have gotten out the car, went into the back, and took the baby out, locked their doors, and took the baby out the car seat, changed the baby right there with the doors locked. I mean, I know that if I had no choice but to change my baby there, that's what I would have done. I look around at my surroundings all the time, especially when I'm by myself, especially at night, and if I have a baby, for sure. But she stood outside the car with the door open, and then was changing the baby pamper, and then somebody just said "Hola," and then hit her. Like, I didn't believe this story the moment that I heard it, and that's before it really started to blow up and everybody was also feeling the same way. And it's crazy to me because I've not seen one person, there's usually always the one that's like devil's advocate. No, maybe, you don't know, everybody grieves differently and everything. I have not even seen anybody doing any of that, because I don't care what anybody say. I know people grieve differently, but this is not a grieving mother. This is not a grieving father. I don't buy it. I've also heard people saying things like, oh, it's the father, that he did it, and, maybe she's covering for him. But me, honestly, I don't buy that she is not compliant. Like, you know, yes, I know that there are women that are abused, and I do not take that lightly, that there are women that are abused and all, but she is not a grieving mother. She can't squeeze out a tear. Her or him, neither one of them can squeeze out a tear. All they're doing is a bunch of heavy breathing. Like, they think that that means grief, that implies that they're in turmoil. Not one tear. And then the talking over each other, and then the that, like, not remembering words, or just like letting words trail off and then staring into space because she has nothing else to say until somebody asks a question. That's odd. That's odd behavior. Like, if she had nothing to do with that baby and gone missing, and him, that's still odd behavior. Like, what's going on? Like, that just makes no sense to me. Anyway, back to this video, because there are some interviews that the two of them did, and I know you have seen it. Everybody has seen it, but yeah, it's very odd.
Come to you guys asking you to help us find our son. He was abducted last night from Big 5. Somebody struck my wife while she was trying to change his diaper.
And the fact that he called it diaper is just odd to me. It seems like he's just trying to act like that's how, like he's that kind of a father. I don't know. I just don't buy it. Diaper.
And we just ask if anybody knows anything to please contact Yucaipa Police Department.
Don't hesitate, just call.
His name's Emmanuel.
Thank you.
He's 7 months. He's 7 months old.
Like, what is that? That pause, and the two of them are still breathing hard. Like, they're not even saying anything at this point that would even require that much breathing hard and that much of an effort. It's like, that is some poor acting.
Have you been notified of any information yet by local authorities?
No, we have not.
They
haven't told us nothing.
They said they don't have any major updates.
They said they don't have any major updates. That's like, who talks like that? If somebody told you that, you know, they don't have any updates, I get that. But just to be like major updates is just weird. I know I might be nitpicking and everything, but that's just weird words to say. It's just, I'm just trying to point out how weird that is.
Do you guys plan on doing a local search of your own?
We are at 4 o'clock here at yucaipa. I fell on the floor, and as soon as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white.
She took him out the car seat, laid him down on the chair so that she can get the diapers ready. And then somebody said hola, and all she saw was white. So how did he punch you in the eye? Like, where was the turnaround? And I think there was even one interview, I actually don't think I have it, where they said that she got tapped on the shoulder. Why is it so many different stories?
And a hearing sound, I fell on the floor, and as soon as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked around my truck, and I ran into Big 5, and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said no. It was a happy boy. He smiled.
You see how she took that deep sigh, and then she said, and then I said, as I got up, and then I couldn't find my son. What is, like, it's words that just trailed off. And then I said, and then I couldn't find my son. Where's your train of thought? I understand that, you know, her child is missing at this point and everything, but it just don't make any sense. I feel like this is the most clearest you'd be if this happened and you was right. This is right after that happened. You know all the details. You know all of it. There's no reason for these long pauses and words that just trail into nothing. After she said no, he was a happy boy. Like, you trying to convince yourself. He smiled. Like, that just came out of nowhere. Like, what? It's crazy. I can't with that.
Whoever took our son, please give him back.
And him, whoever has my baby, and that long pause and that angry stare, like, please give him back. Like, it's just no emotion there. And I'm sorry if I am wrong. I will repent. I will pray for forgiveness. But this is just odd behavior. I'm sorry.
Birthmarks.
Light skin.
Beautiful, healthy baby boy. 7-month-old baby boy.
Beautiful, healthy baby boy. 7-month-old. Okay. Why do they keep saying he was a beautiful, healthy baby boy? We can see the baby. We can see that he's a beautiful baby. Why do you keep on saying that he's a beautiful, healthy baby boy? Like, why are y'all stressing that he's healthy? Because I don't know. Because if something is wrong and they did it, they want it to seem like as if somebody took this baby and that baby is no longer healthy, or that baby is bruised up or anything like that. Nope. When he left there, when he was snatched, he was a beautiful, healthy baby.
Got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white, and a hearing sound. I fell on the floor, and I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked around my truck, and I ran into Big Five, and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said no. It was a happy boy. He smiled. Mackenzie loved to kiss him.
She said she loves to kiss him. Like, I don't know why that detail was brought in there. Like, it's just weird.
He was a healthy baby. He was crawling. He was kicking. He was playing with his toys.
Again, he was a healthy baby. He was crawling. He was kicking. He was playing with his toys. All past tense. No one who expects their baby to be returned to them alive and well would be talking about them in the past tense. And no one would. And then we find out that Jake has a history with child abuse. So he, in 2018, was convicted. Well, he was brought up on charges in 2018 for willful child cruelty. And then he was convicted, and it looks like 2023 that he was convicted of those charges. I believe he only spent 180 days in jail. I don't understand that. I don't get that. But that's very crazy to me. So what is willful child cruelty? It is intentionally causing or permitting a child to suffer unjustifiable physical pain or mental suffering, willfully placing a child in a situation where their health or safety is endangered. And then someone responded in one of the posts on Facebook. Now, I don't know if this person really does know him. This is just what was on Facebook, but take it with a grain of salt. I don't know, because people sometimes get up there and lie. I don't know. So this is just something that someone said. So she said, used to work with Jake at Walmart. He should be the prime suspect in all this. I'm not gonna go into detail, but his previous relationship didn't end so well. He's crazy, and he beat one of his kids so bad it caused severe brain damage. The child was not the same. Let's just be real here. Jake should be the number one suspect. Now, I don't know which ex this is, because I know that the sister before said that the ex was at the game and she drove Jake with her boyfriend to Big Five when when his wife didn't return, and he contacted her, which is also strange to me. You didn't call him to tell him that the baby was missing. This was a lot of time in between. Now I understand if you are passed out, I don't know how much time between the time she said hola, the person said hola, and her coming to, if that really did happen. I don't know how much time that would have been that she wouldn't have called him and said, this has gone on, because after the police, that's like the next person that I'm calling. Like, you got to get over here. So I don't know which ex she's referring to, but we do know that he did get charged and spent some time for that one charge. So I don't know. Like I said, this is just what someone wrote on one of the posts on Facebook. So I don't know. I just don't buy it. But if I'm wrong, I will apologize and I will remove this video. But let me tell you, it's just knowing that the world that we are in today, and how many stories has, this happened where, they tried to say that somebody's taking their child, and then you find out that they did something. I'm hoping that this is something that maybe they staged. Like, we have people that do those things too. And that one boy that was missing, and they found the child in the basement. that they had, hid the baby down there because they wanted the publicity. So there's people that do that too. So I'm just hoping that the baby is alive and well, but being talked about in the past tense is really making me feel like that's not the case here. And they now have lawyered up, and they're no longer cooperating with the police because she has conflicting testimony. And now I guess whatever video they showed her, she has stopped cooperating. So maybe they seen her pull in. Maybe they seen her get out the car and there's no baby with her. I don't know. But I feel like whatever has happened probably happened before the game. I feel like that baby probably was never there at the game. And then they just made up this thing because she does look like she has gotten punched. I don't know if it was to make up the story, but it looked like it's something healing. So maybe he did do something to her, and then, and then did something to that child, and they could not revive the child. And now that, they couldn't, they didn't want to be blamed for it. And of course, they don't want to go to jail for it. And so by saying that he's healthy and he's, was active and all of that stuff, and if they find that baby in a different state, abused, that maybe they'll, they hope that they will blame whoever this person is that they are trying to say took, someone Hispanic. The whole thing is just bad. It really is a bad situation, and I am still praying that the baby is found alive and well. And if somebody did snatch that baby, I will eat my words. And I just want to take a moment to give Miss Lily her credit, because one of the pieces, the segment with all the different interviews, that was from her page, her video. So just wanted to do that, give her credit for that.